Hey guys, it's us here, Mark Madman, with our 30th Madman podcast. Your home for all the latest and hottest gaming and nerd culture news for the week and beyond. I'm Madman, and I'm going to be discussing the many topics for today's show with our panel, C Money and Doodle.
Hello. I'm Doodle.
Hello. You are Doodle.
Yes.
I'm C Money. And you are Madman.
That's right.
Yes.
And that's the trio that we are.
The dynamic trio.
The dynamic trio. Yes. So we're back. Another week, another podcast.
Guys, our 30th podcast.
30th.
That's
30.
crazy.
We are getting old.
Oh, yeah.
We are getting old.
For sure.
Oh, man. Yes. This is exciting. Big news, big day. We have our giveaway that we put out there. Our brand new one. I don't know if you guys remember, but at the end of our January, we had a goal of reaching 1,000 subscribers. That did not happen. We got up there, almost 700. But it did not happen. So if you look at this little picture right here, there's a nice little thing that says February is Doodle's birthday month.
You guys.
Whoa, I
did
did not see that.
it.
I mean, I
Happy
did,
birthday
so.
month.
Thank you.
So it's very exciting. And since we couldn't, we were trying to give away a Nintendo Switch last month if we hit 1,000, but that didn't happen. So Doodle said,
F that ish.
F the 1,000, we're giving away the Switch.
For my birthday month.
That's right. That's right. So basically, very simple. You check out that video. It's right here in the shorts. Okay. Check out the video. Go ahead and make sure you're subscribed to us. Right. So subscribe, hit that button.
Make sure it's your page is public
Yes,
so we
make
can
it
confirm
public
that
because
you
we
are
gotta be able to see that you're subscribed. And then right on this video right here. Okay, well, let me just make sure I have the volume down because I don't want to do anything crazy. But right here on this video, okay, you go in there, you go into the comments, okay, and then you're gonna go ahead and tell us why you should be picked. And that's gonna get you an entry, okay? And what we're gonna do is, unlike our other 2 giveaways that we've done so far, where we kind of picked who won based off of like their engagement and stuff like that. So we're not going to do that. So what we're going to do is going to be randomly chosen. We're going to use a website, wheelofnames.com, pretty sure, but it's in the description or it's in the comment. It's a pinned comment on the video, so you can go on there and check it out. But so we're literally, if you comment on the video, tell us why you should win, that's going to get you 1 entry. So it's basically,
we will literally
your name is going to be written
yes.
one time into the drawing so that you can get possibly chosen. But what we're also doing is any of our other videos on our channel, if you go on there and you check out the video and comment on the video. So not like, look at me, I'm here, or like, hey, I'm commenting. Like if you're engaging, if you're actually a part of
no nonsense
of our channel where you're looking at stuff and commenting. Anytime you leave a comment on the video, that 1 comment for that video will give you 1 additional entry. So that means your name goes in another time into the drawing.
Into the wheel.
So, and basically you could just do that for as many videos as you want to go back and watch. Anytime you put in a comment that has some type of relationship to the video that you're watching, you're going to go ahead and get another entry. And you can do it as many times. So however many entries you pile up, it's just going to help your chances on the wheel.
Yes.
Right? So that's a cool thing we're doing, just to kind of, reward the people who are watching more. But you don't have to. You can, it's all random. So with 1 entry, you could possibly win. But there's a secret way, right? There's an additional way we're going to help people out. And that one's the secret entry. And what that is throughout any video that we have. So this is a short over here, right? So it says giveaway, but through our videos, any of our actual, podcasts or, Amiibo videos or anything like that, if it says giveaway in the title, we are going to spell out a made up word that we got from a fake word generator.
Yes.
And
Every time it'll be a different word.
Every video will be a different word, but we'll spell it out. So we'll always start the episode with one letter, and throughout the episode, randomly, we will drop the other letters. And once that is completed, anyone who actually listens and gets the whole word, if they email it to us, so not in our comments, right? Because obviously if you put it in the comments, it'll mess it up and everybody's going to see the word, so it's going to devalue everything. But if you email it to us at mariokartmadman@gmail.com, so basically the channel name @gmail.com, or if you hit me up on Twitter at cmoneyforever, or if you hit Doodle up on Twitter at doodle2befree, if you hit us up in a DM on Twitter, or if you email us the secret word, you're going to get 10 entries.
That's a lot. That's dope.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
10 entries.
That's pretty insane. Like, it's kind of
into the drawing.
You know?
And you figure, I don't know how many videos we're going to do between now and the 15th, but anytime we have the word giveaway in the title,
There's a potential chance to get.
There's a chance to get 10 additional. So you can still comment on the video and get 1, but you could also get 10.
Yes.
if you listen to the whole thing and get the word. So that's pretty cool. I think we're trying to make it fun.
We're trying to make it fun. Yes.
For sure, 100% on February 15th, the Nintendo Switch Lite will be given to someone.
To one of our subscribers. Yes.
So, yeah.
Happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday
to you. Yeah. Whoever gets his Nintendo Light Switch.
It's an early birthday present for you. From
Emotionally, it's for Doodle. For you guys, it's for you guys.
Absolutely. So, yeah. So, that is that. But, I mean, we've been, we've been cranking away.
Yes. We've been kicking it.
Oh, man. Last of Us tonight is episode 4 we're going to watch. So we'll have another him and a mic on that.
I'm excited to see it because the 3rd episode was such a different path.
It really
which
was.
My favorite episode so far. So I'm excited to see what's coming. Obviously, they're probably going to go back to their way.
Maybe.
So we'll see.
We don't know.
What if it'll be a whole different thing by the time it's over?
I don't know.
Where do the aliens get here?
There's no aliens. So yeah, we put up the episode 3 of, actually, since the last podcast, we put all 3 up. Holy shit. Okay. So since the last podcast, we put up 6 main videos that are not shorts.
4 videos.
The majority of them are actually the Last of Us stuff. So what we did is
because we were trying to catch up with the show.
Yes.
We came up with the idea. We were doing him and a mic on The Last of Us, the 2nd episode. And C-Money brought up playing the game alongside the show.
Yes.
And I was down. So now we're playing it with Doodles Never Have I Ever.
And such a good thing it is.
Play the game. Yes.
It's so cool to experience it. Guys, if you haven't done that, you should. It's so cool. If you can't do it, then watch along with us because we're doing it.
Yes.
And it's really, really fun. We already had put up the review of the 1st episode, 2nd episode. Then we did the podcast last week. So now since then, we put up the first play along on the PlayStation 5. So we playing the remake. Which was so cool to see the differences on the 1st episode of the show versus the same time period in the game.
So much
which was
content.
Epic. Oh man, it's wild. So there's so much there. And then we did the second gameplay of it.
Ooh.
Man, that shit was so good. Man, the graphics are so good. I can't believe how good it is. I still pissed that they were trying to sell it to me for $70.
Oh my gosh, man.
But at the discount that I got it for, it was worth every penny. And for new people, they should pay $70 for it because it feels like a brand new game.
Oh my gosh, it does.
For sure.
The graphics are
just don't play us
stunning.
old people who've done it twice already.
Imagine. Wow.
But yes, so those were really, really good. Then we just put up the episode 3 review because we are super busy and it took us a while to put this up. Hopefully we'll get episode up 4 pretty quickly.
Yes.
But so we did that. Episode 3 was amazing. Check out our review if you haven't. If you haven't watched it yourself, definitely check out our review on it.
And if you have watched it, then come and give us your
tell us what you
opinion.
think. Tell us what you think about what we think. Or just tell us what you thought in general. And then we did throw out there the part 3 of the gameplay. So we followed along, and obviously this was the biggest detour. They were
from the game, yes.
different. So if your only exposure to The Last of Us is the show, definitely check out our gameplay so you can see
Oh my
that
gosh.
we were all completely taken off guard.
Yes.
by the show. No one had an idea that that's the way it was going to go down.
Which is great for those that feel like I've played the game, I don't need to watch the show.
Yeah,
right?
jokes on them because it was very different.
Man, missing out for sure. I definitely prefer the television show version of episode 3 versus the game.
I wonder, and that's what's cool, right? Like so far, the first 2 episodes, I like the game version better than the show. Even though the show was great, I still preferred the game. But this one, for sure, 100% prefer the movie. I mean, the show versus the game. So we did that. We also put up our 4-player split screen gameplay.
Oh my gosh.
Of GoldenEye 007 on Xbox Series X. I gotta tell you, people were hating, guys. And not on the game, but on your boy C Money. Yes. People were upset that I was slapping them up. That I was killing people because I played it forever 25 years ago.
Oh, come on. Madman outed the fact that you guys play the game or you
played
played
on
it.
Intel 64 like for a moment when we bought it separately on the old system.
Whatever.
So, needless to say, I beat the living crap out of them.
Listen, it was internal victory for us.
It was.
Yeah.
I could see it.
For sure.
I can see it. So that was fun. Check that out. It's just a fun time. We had a good time doing it.
Trust me, you should. You really
and your boy Madman put up Meebo video.
Yes.
I Gets an Apprentice.
So I failed. I did not put up 2 before January ended. I put up 1. But
we had belief and he let us down.
Oh, how can you do
whether
this to
it's
us?
this month or next month, I'll get the second one out.
Oh, this month, next month, 3 months from now, 6 months.
It's all right, Madman.
Well, we're not watching them.
It's worth the wait.
Yeah, but it's quality.
Videos are
This
epic.
is going to be the big Amiibo video. This is going to conclude the current arc we're in. It's going to push forward to the Sephiroth arc. Right now,
What have we started?
And now we're going to bring in Sephiroth as a new main villain. So,
ooh.
Wow.
then we're going to probably have Sephiroth and Ganon cross paths in interesting time loop. Yeah, it's going down a crazy direction. You guys are not going to want to miss it.
All right. See, you guys didn't know that you were tuning in for the Madman extended universe.
Yes.
Of Amiibo videos.
It's something.
If you haven't checked them out,
that was funny.
You should watch them.
I mean, they're so funny. They're really funny.
They're funny.
Yes.
They're really good. A lot of effort goes into these things that you wouldn't even.
Yeah, you do such a great job, man.
Wouldn't even understand. So good. But yeah. Needless to say, obviously, if you're still listening, do the right thing. Just hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Hit the like button. Be a friend.
Hit the bell.
Be a pal. Do a good deed.
Now, check out our shorts too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we have tons of.
Yes.
Tons and tons and tons of shorts.
We got so many, many shorts, it'll make anyone sick.
Look at this. You guys almost forgot about our giveaway. Look at it. Look at it. It's here in the flesh, guys. We have it. It's coming to one of you lucky people. Oh, yeah. It's going down.
And let's not forget a little old Purple Berry Crafts.
Yes. So Purple Berry, which is this young lady over here, she has managed to almost catch up to our channel.
literally
She's about
embarrassing.
30 away.
In less than a month,
So
she
gained
got
over 400
over 400
subscribers in
subscribers.
less than a month.
because she's freaking awesome.
She is awesome. I mean, she does some pretty dope stuff.
Yeah.
And the music, she kills it, dude.
Yeah.
She kills it. It's just, I mean, I don't know. It's hard to
explain.
Hard
Go
to explain.
check out her
She's so
channel.
good, dude. Just check
Go
it out.
subscribe.
It's money.
Yeah.
It's money.
Yeah,
For sure.
it's a pretty good channel. Got some quality content there, picking up on the latest trends and whatnot. So, check her out.
Well, at this
for all
point,
the
she is the trend.
Yeah.
So
at 600
she is out here in these streets making it happen. So
Yes.
that being said, if you don't have subscribed to her, hit that subscribe button. Join the community.
Yes.
Community.
Yep.
For sure.
Not
Now, for you
community,
guys that don't know,
community.
Purple Berry, she does the voice for all the Amiibo videos, the female voices,
The female.
Well,
voices,
most
yeah.
for all the
But
Amiibo
yeah,
videos.
she does a very good job.
And she edits a lot of the stuff as well.
Yeah.
She's freaking
Yeah,
Purple
Purple
Berry
Berry crafts his canon to the Mario Kart Madman YouTube universe.
universe. Here we go.
Oh,
Here we
jeez.
go.
All right, man. With that, let's jump in. What's our first story?
So you're probably not going to expect this. I think all of you have probably heard about this by now. But the famed YouTuber MrBeast cured 1,000 people of their blindness completely with his immense amount of cash. Roughly half the amount of people who are blind on this earth can be cured with a 10-minute operation. But it's so expensive, most could never even dream of doing it. But MrBeast has so much cash that he decided to do this for these people, hating the fact that they could just be free of this illness, and he has been dedicated to doing things for the community with his money, not being a greedy bastard. So yeah,
That's right.
What do you
And
guys think?
Mr. Beast will want to let you also know that the first letter of our secret word for the giveaway is H. That's
That's
H.
right.
H as in Harry.
That's correct.
Sorry, I'm choking on the H, bro. My God.
Okay. So, Mr. Beast, this is the thing. Mr. Beast is huge, right? I didn't really know who the hell Mr. Beast was.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
And, I've seen
I mean, I think you probably heard of him with
videos.
Fortnite. He came to Fortnite.
Yeah, he was in Fortnite, but I knew when he came to Fortnite, I already had known him, but before that, I wasn't too familiar with him. And he's just like a good dude, bro.
Yes.
Like
he doesn't have to do any of this stuff.
he could be just like all these other greedy rich people. Like he's not even as rich as the
Right?
richest people out there, and all of them hoard their money as if they feel like it's gonna all be gone in one swift moment.
And a lot of the things that they do is chain into not rebates, the charity.
Yeah.
Um,
like the support my charity.
Credits and stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
credits, yes.
when they donate to charity so that they can write it
Exactly.
off.
Right off. Thank
Um,
you. That's the word I was looking for.
And
Word.
and that's why they give it to these anonymous, like these places that you don't have any faces attached to. You don't know the people they're helping.
You don't know,
just-
yes,
they're
what
helping
it's
somebody
really
somewhere.
doing.
Where this guy is saying, you know what, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna change people's lives with the
Yes,
money
actually
that I have.
fix things, right? Like
Yeah, he does stupid shit too, but there's a lot of videos he made where he's just doing nice shit. Like there was a lot of videos where there's one where he goes to restaurants across the United States. I kind of explained this to you guys off camera, but basically he goes to a bunch of restaurants with his friends and he would order water or some shit, and then after the waiter would walk off, they're like, all right, bring it in, boys, and have a PS4, a TV, a laptop, and a bunch of crazy shit, and then he'll just write a napkin thank you for the water or some shit, and then run off, and then they'll record the reaction and stuff like that. And he did a thing where he would order pizza, and they're like, all right, here's your tip, and they give him keys to a house or a car or something. So I don't know. You got the money. That's admirable to say the least. So
right? I feel like instead of just saying, here, let me just go ahead and send this money out, and if someone gets it or if it changes someone's life, then it did. If not, then whatever. I did it anyways. But the fact that he's taking it upon himself to not just do it, but like go out there and find the people that need this and get these things done, that's insane. Like that's awesome.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
Like he's
giving them the
literally
money.
changing people's lives.
And to make it worse, like he did the blind thing. He gave him he cured blindness for 1,000 people. And for a bunch of random people, it was like, all right, yep, now here you go. Here's a suitcase. Look inside. $10 million or $10,000.
Definitely not $10 million.
And he even gave one of them a car and a $50,000 college scholarship and whatnot.
That's
Just for the heck of
awesome.
it. So yeah, it's pretty wild.
I mean, again, I know there's these charities that you give to
With
give to them, and
quotation
they give to people, and they do great things. But you know, the fact that this guy is he's not doing it to check off a box. Like he's spending time here. This is people.
Mhm.
He's meeting these people. He's trying to help these people. Like that is phenomenal.
It really is.
That's awesome. Awesome stuff. He deserves what he's getting. I know people say that he's doing it for the views. Yes, because guess what? Those views are what give him the money
To
to
continue
then
to
go
do
ahead
these
to continue
things.
to
Listen,
do it.
the bottom line is that he can do it and do other things to get views, right?
Yeah, no
But
shit.
instead, he's doing something for other people.
Like he still does things that are to entertain people. Like he did real life Squid Game and stuff like that, and a bunch of goofy shit. Like he did a
Yeah, but
he
that-
But
created
that's
Willy
his
Wonka's
content. That's his
factory.
content
That's
that
his
people
content,
watch
and
to make
that's-
the money.
Yeah, like he also created Willy Wonka's factory and had a contest or something like that. The person who won got to keep the whole dang factory. So you know.
See, but the thing is, he can just do that, right? He can just go and have his fun with his money. But what he's doing is maybe spreading kindness and change, right? So like other people can see how big of a difference you can make with the money that you have, right? Like all your money doesn't have to be spent, but if you spend some of your money doing this kind of stuff, you can change somebody's life.
By the time he
Yeah.
dies, he says he wants to have given out all of his money to people who really need it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's
Because,
awesome, man.
yeah,
That's awesome.
At the end of the day, what are you going to do with it once you're dead? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, and it's not words. Like he's putting in action. He's sitting there and he's doing it. So good on him. I applaud him for being a good person.
Congratulations.
and
Here's your medal.
And for
And that's
making
awesome.
for making those choices, right?
Yeah.
That's not an easy choice to make,
Actually,
right?
a lot of people talk about making the world a better place. He's
But they
actually
don't do
doing what he
these
can to
things,
help
right?
these people.
A lot of people, a lot of celebrities tell you what you can do to make the world a better place.
Yep.
They tell you where you can go and donate.
Yep.
Right? Even if they donate a little bit or whatever, like they can do a lot more.
Absolutely.
But they don't, right? They come and they use their name to get other people who probably don't have any to get involved, right?
Yep.
So he's getting
wild.
involved himself and
He's
he's
doing
saying,
it
I got
himself.
it, you know?
Doing it himself.
It's like Bethany. She goes and she's very helpful.
Who's
when
Bethany?
Bethany Frankel from she's from the Housewives of New York, and
Oh.
she's not in there anymore. But like she's got a lot
She got
of
cut
money,
for being a good person.
and she does a lot of good things. Yes, when Puerto Rico got hit, she went in there and she helped out a lot of people. Like
Yeah, I see. Why can't more people like him, like Will Smith or something, Like maybe you can learn something from him.
what?
I don't know.
All right.
All right, man. Let's take it all the way to the next one. Good on you, Mr. Beast.
All right. So, Dave Chappelle wins the Grammy for the audio version of his controversial stand-up, The Closer. People aren't happy about this, claiming that it was transphobic. Yeah, take that transphobic and, take that word back. Like, it's not true, I don't know. People have overreacted hard. If you actually listen to what this guy's saying, it's not true. People are just saying these things like they're punching down this community when obviously it's not true, Like, if you actually pay attention to what he says, even at the end of the stand-up, he said that he will not make another joke about the community till we're laughing together. Obviously, he's not trying to hurt these people.
Yeah, well, so first of all, man, these are the situation is he won a Grammy for his show. Okay,
Which, I mean,
that's
that
what
just
it
shows how
was. That
successful-
was us. People are upset because they believe it was transphobic, and people are entitled to believe whatever they want to believe. I personally am not someone who cares to go too deep into this stuff. Like whatever the situation is, it is. The people who feel what they feel, you can't tell somebody that what they feel is wrong. They feel it, and that's it. His intentions maybe weren't to do that, but obviously if people were affected, they were affected. The thing that I was happy about was the fact that, aside from all the stuff that happened with it, he
He won a
Chappelle
Grammy,
won a
man.
Grammy. Like, he's
That's
been around for a
awesome.
long time. And I'm sure this is not the first one he's won. But Chappelle is pretty amazing. He's been doing
I
this
think
for
he's
a
the
really
greatest
long
stand-up
time.
comedian who ever lived.
Yeah, his stand up is phenomenal. And I just was excited to hear that he did good. He won something.
That he's being recognized for his work.
Being
Because
recognized for
listen,
his work.
Chappelle did something very brave. Like, he walked away from his show, right? So to see him
the Chappelle show.
take
yeah.
his time and then come back, like, through Netflix, getting paid as he should, and then have him win a Grammy, it just reinforces his work, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. So good on him for winning. I'm sure
And we can't
this
stop,
won't be
we
the
can't stop
last
talking about
time.
good people today. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, Dave Chappelle has been around a long time. He's a super funny guy, and glad he won.
Justice for Dave Chappelle. Like, I'm glad that he won this. He deserved it.
All right. So next topic, Madman.
So, our boy James Gunn officially announces and reveals some of the content expected in the first chapter of his DCU dubbed Gods and Monsters. It will start with a new animated series titled Creature Commandos, followed by the live-action series Waller, then hitting it big with Superman Legacy, which will be a live-action film. Other series and films coming down the line include Lanterns, The Authority, Paradise Lost, a prequel to Wonder Woman, The Brave and the Bold, Booster Gold, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, and Swamp Thing. What do you guys have to say about this? Is anyone excited?
I don't know. I gotta see it. I think I'm still.
To clarify, The Brave and the
so-
Bold is a Batman movie. But Batman has already been Batman and is focusing on his relationship with his biological son, Damian Wayne, who is Robin.
Well, we knew he had a plan, right, coming into this.
Yeah, we were just waiting
obviously
for
We were
it.
just
not going
waiting
with,
to
like,
see. And we
like-
still don't, we know what he is going into. We still haven't seen anything.
Yeah, and
know?
the second letter of our secret word is you.
Like,
As in
you better
umbrella.
be paying attention.
You as in umbrella. So he has a plan. So he outlined it. So I have this little image here that kind of, I guess, talks about what's going on. So I guess there's the Arrowverse TV series. You know anything about that?
Yeah, I know there's an Arrow. There's an Arrow. The Arrowverse is basically the
that was
CW
canceled.
show.
That was
like, there's
canceled?
obviously the Green Arrow, or I think that's Green Arrow. And there's like the Flash, and then there's like these shows that are connected.
Yeah. So the
That has nothing
Flash
to do with-
season
that's
9,
the Elseworlds.
and it comes to an end. So this is like the last of what's left of the old
Of
stuff.
what they were
Like,
doing.
there's still stuff that's gonna keep going. Like, the Batman will continue, which actually
Yeah.
foreshadows.
So, but the first thing they have
So-
going on is Shazam: Fury of the Gods. Right. That's the first big
they're just
movie.
sorry. That's just sort of like those are the movies that are already made, and they're just gonna go
Yeah, that's
out.
what I'm saying. But they are staying part of the universe.
No, they're saying part of the old universe. Like, I mean, they
Yeah,
never
I
really
thought
said
Shazam
specifically
was
that's
done.
part of I New
No,
World.
I'm
pretty sure it's not part of the new world.
No. Hold on.
It starts
I don't want
with
to start saying
Creature
random things
Commandos.
because I
That's
just
where it all
listened.
starts.
I just listened to James Gunn say that it's part of the new DCU, or the Flash is restarting the DCU.
Which is probably going to lead into his new DCU.
Yeah, but it's meaning it's part of it, right?
So I think the Flash will be a part of it. I think Suicide
Shazam,
Squad,
I
I'd
thought was
imagine
done.
will probably stay around because it's James Gunn, and the Peacemaker and stuff like that. I predict that. I mean, Superman's done. Wonder Woman's probably done. Flash is gonna be there. They basically confirmed it with him resetting the universe. He's gonna be relevant.
Well, it seems like the Flash is going to be leading this whole operation.
Yeah, the criminal. So,
The
all right, so
mastermind.
Shazam is going to happen first. That's the end of
The DCEU, the extended
old one.
universe, which is
And
the
then
old
that's
one.
going to lead into the Flash, which is in June now. And that is going to reset
Everything.
all
F. Shazam, he's
the
done.
all
He's
the
basically
universe.
Black Adam died with him, so you know.
Okay, and then after that you got the Blue Beetle, which is going to be part of the new one.
That it's gonna be.
Cobra Kai Zolo Meridiana will
Huh?
play Reyes. Who's Zolo?
So
in
these,
Cobra Kai?
I don't know. Blue
Maybe
Beetle.
Miguel?
What's the other one? I think there's one more after
Oh,
that
you
that
think
is
so?
down the pipeline.
Mhm.
Aquaman. So these are basically just movies
Well, then you
that.
got Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom
So I think these movies they're not like they're complicated. Like they're
on
not
Christmas
really.
Day.
They're quote unquote part of the universe, but they weren't made with the intention of being part of the universe. I mean, it's chapter 1. These are like projects that are made to be with the mindset of being part of this universe. It's like how
Yeah, Miguel.
you can say that the Sam Raimi's Spider-Man are part of the MCU because they were in No Way Home and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But technically, they're MCU movies, but they're never made with the mindset of being an MCU movie. So Iron Man's still the first MCU movie, even though timeline-wise, Spider-Man is the first MCU movie.
Okay. So we have the Blue Beetle, we have
So
Aquaman.
that's like
that is gonna be-
animation though.
What?
The Blue Beetle.
Animated, yeah.
Oh, the Blue Beetle is animated?
No. It's live action. Creature Commandos is animated. So what?
Okay.
James Gunn's taking
This is
this very
just a picture
seriously.
because they don't
There's
have
no
a picture yet.
oh, the animated stuff is just the cartoon, silly stuff for kids, and the video games are for the gamer side, and that's it. And the television is for those hipsters that are middle aged. Like everything is part of it. Movies that are in the big screen are going to be part of the universe. Television shows that you can watch on TV, those are going to be part of this universe. Animated projects that are like whether you deem them as cartoons or animated movies or shows or stuff like that, they're part of that universe. Or like video games, like the next Batman or something like that is going to be that Batman from the DCU with the same actors like attached to these roles.
Yeah.
Like they're all going to be very consistent.
Well, we'll
Okay.
see. We'll see how that works out because obviously he also like he can put these contracts in place, but if they break the contract, then he's not going to be able to get what he wants.
Well, obviously, you saw
Yeah.
how.
Or if he comes out with a movie and like the actor, like the movie sucks, like
Yeah,
nobody
it's
likes
over.
it,
Mhm.
then nobody wants that actor playing the other, playing that same role everywhere.
I'm sure.
Right.
I'm sure the contract is
Superman.
over.
Yeah. So after Aquaman, you got the Joker movie, which is not part of.
So that's the part I'm trying to get to. The Batman, Joker, Teen Titans Go, all these existing projects that are still going to move forward, they have nothing to do.
Okay,
with-
well, I have the whole roadmap here. That's why I'm going through each one. So we got the Joker. That's not part of the. It's part of the Elseworld.
Yeah, I mean, they're just
Universe.
outsiders, part of the
Yeah.
multiverse, like
So they're out there, but they're not part of it. And then there's a Superman Legacy.
That's the big movie. The new Superman is going to be part of the DCU.
Okay, so that's
Our
the one with the
Superman and
younger
Lois,
Clark Kent.
the TV series is Elseworlds.
That's in 2025. Okay, and then you got the new Batman 2, which is
Batman Part 2.
yeah. Well, they put the Batman 2, which is the Matt Reeves movie with
I
Robert
can't
Pattinson.
I can't see your screen.
That's all
why
right,
I'm,
but you
like,
could take my
I'm
word
confused.
for it because I'm.
But it's like,
reading it.
think of it like The Last of Us Part 2. It's just called The Batman Part 2.
Yeah, but here it's just called the Batman 2. And that's in 2025. And then you got the Brave and the Bold. Batman 2, right there, fam. Okay, then you got the Brave and the Bold, which looks like
IGN? What is
Robin is
IGN?
killing Batman for some reason, which is,
Betrayal.
Seems like
I
a
would think
betrayal.
that's a betrayal, right there.
so Supergirl. So they really laid out like everything.
Yeah.
Like they're really like he's going in with like that's not even the whole chapter 1. That's just part of the chapter 1 that they are like, yep, this is happening 100%, and that's it.
Okay.
Swamp Thing is in development too.
Yeah, they actually made an extremely short-lived show on it, which was actually critically acclaimed, but got cut really early, like stupid early. Only a couple episodes even made it on the air. So yeah.
Also, Peacemaker is staying.
That's what I said. The
Oh, because
Suicide
it's
Squad.
his. He made Peacemaker.
Yeah, that's what I said. The Suicide Squad,
None of his
Peacemaker,
stuff is
that
going.
brand should still be part of that universe because, you know, James Gunn made it.
Oh, Creature Commandos. Okay.
Yeah, that's where it starts.
That's a cartoon.
Well, obviously everything means something in this universe. It can't be like, oh, the game, it's just a game.
I gotta tell you,
the cartoon, it's just a cartoon.
I'm going. Well, I mean, it is just a cartoon to somebody who looks at it that way. They don't like. He doesn't own me. I don't give a shit if he wants to tell cartoon stories and I don't want to watch them. That's you know.
Well, it's admirable that he's
I don't care.
obviously he's trying to take advantage of all outlets. I mean, he's not just looking down on certain things and seeing them as just like just for the children or just for.
Well, I mean, but he
it video gamers, you're gonna be happy because the games that come out are gonna be tied into that universe.
In the movies,
the
there's
movies,
something
the
for
shows.
everybody.
It's just I feel like it's different. If you come out with a regular movie, everybody will watch the regular movie. If you come out with the animated movie, you're losing half the audience because I don't give a shit what that cartoon is. I'm not gonna, for the most part, watch it.
Well, what if they actually? It gets me excited when I think about it. What if they made a Batman movie in a style of Into the Spider-Verse? Wouldn't that be epic?
I mean, maybe.
Bro, that would be.
That
I'm
might
just
be
thinking
dope.
about it. It would be so sick if they did something like that.
But that's not. See, I don't look. That's not cartoon. You know what I'm saying? Like that's an animated movie.
Yeah, it is animated. It's CGI.
Yeah, that I'm fine with.
I think what you're getting to is that it's things you're interested in. So, like, if they use Batman, you would want to check it out, maybe. You know?
Yeah,
so
but if they made a cartoon of the Blue Beetle,
yes, that's what I'm saying.
I don't give a shit what that is. I'm not
going
to watch it. But if they make the Blue Beetle in real live action, and I see it like trailers, I'm like, yo, that shit looks sick.
Yeah,
like the Black Adam. I didn't know anything about Black Adam. If Black Adam was a cartoon, I would have never watched it. But because they made it in live action, it's dope. I mean, listen, I understand. There's a
listen. This is a lot
all
of
different
content that
segments.
they're releasing.
I mean, they're really setting stuff up.
They're really
for a
going
long
in.
time.
They're letting everybody know that they have.
It's diverse. It's like a pie chart. You know,
very
like,
diverse. I agree.
It's all right there in front of you. You know, like
Constantine 2. That was a DC movie.
What Constantine?
Constantine.
I don't even know what you're talking about. Let me see. Let me look.
Keanu Reeves, the first Constantine. That was a DC movie.
Oh, I'm looking up. Yeah, a Suicide Survivor, Demon Hunter.
I did not know that. I thought that was like a scary movie.
Yep. So it's not a DC movie in the regard that it's part of the DC universe. It's based on a DC comic called Hellblazer, and it was adapted into a movie called Constantine. And a sequel is coming out. It's probably gonna be part of that Elseworlds thing, if I imagine.
Man, they canceled a lot of stuff.
Yes, they did. Like, that's what I just noticed. Like, this is also cancel things. Like, so it's not just a list of things that are coming, but they are giving. Listen, they're shaking the house. They're giving you a little bit of everything. So there's everything that anybody would want, right?
Yeah. Well,
good for them. We'll see if it works. You know?
right now it's just words. You know what I'm saying? And what we do know is that Batman was dope. So the new Batman's gonna be cool, but the Batman's not part of his extended. It's not part of his universe.
That's his own bubble. It's a bubble. The Elseworlds. I mean, I'm still gonna see it because the first Batman was amazing, and I think that this will probably be no different.
I think we have to see. We have to wait for the Flash. Was he a part of that? Was that his thing, or was that?
Honestly, I'm excited.
No
James
idea.
Gunn himself said The Flash is like one of the best superhero movies he's ever seen.
Man, was he involved in The Flash?
No, that was before James Gunn took control.
Okay,
I think he, along with some other executives, fought for the movie to stay, still come out, even though Ezra Miller did such suggestive content and stuff like
However, that's not going to tell us anything then, because what could happen is that right after that movie, everything else is pure crap. So I thought that he was involved with that movie. He's coming back. He's shaking the house. He's changing everything.
So remember, the ones that he's specifically into is the ones he talked about. The Creature Commandos and Superman Legacy. That stuff.
Yes, but when are these things being released?
In the future. I mean, it's not like you're going to get it tomorrow. It's going to be in the future.
So whether what he's planning to do will work or not, it's yet to be seen. I mean, DC has always been set behind Marvel, and Marvel, in my opinion, is not doing so great. So
You gotta
if
check out Black Panther, it's on
they're
Disney Plus
gonna
now.
go ahead and try to take advantage of a moment, this is it. But they can't sleep on it. If that Flash movie gets a lot of hype, okay, if people watch it and they lose their mind about it, right?
Mhm.
He will have to continue in that momentum. And the fact that he was not involved in that movie, well, I mean, that says a lot.
I mean,
Whether
remember,
he's going to
let's think
be
about
able
like
to
this.
keep up with that or not.
Did we like the
Yeah.
Suicide Squad?
The Suicide Squad. I'm trying to
which
remember
one?
it.
The Suicide Squad, not Suicide Squad. The Suicide Squad.
Okay, I don't know which one
So
came
is-
first, but
No, there's Suicide Squad. That was like that weird movie that no one cared about with Jared Leto as Joker and all that creepy stuff. Then the Suicide Squad with Peacemaker in it. They had like the King Shark and stuff like that. Like, and Harley Quinn was back. You know, like the one with the red logo instead of the.
I remember watching some of it and then I didn't finish it.
I haven't watched any of those things.
And I don't think we cared for the first round.
No, I know there
So-
was one with Will Smith, right?
Yeah, that
that's
was the original
That's
one
the
that was-
original.
Yeah, I
garbage.
think that's the one that I like better.
Yeah, I didn't.
You like
I
that
don't
one
think
better?
I cared for that.
I mean, I've never
I
seen
don't
either.
think I even watched.
Well, I mean, I
the
might have
second
seen a little bit of the new.
We
one,
watched
but-
some of it
one. I fell
um,
asleep.
with what's that wrestler's name?
Idris Elba is in it too.
Yes. And then
Who's also in the new Cyberpunk DLC.
Oh,
Let's
nice.
go.
Yeah.
And then there's the Peacemaker show, which I think C-Money tried to get us to watch. I don't remember if we even.
Yeah, and then we also tried.
Supposedly
it,
that show's
and then-
hilarious. Supposedly.
And then stop watching it.
It's hard for me to go ahead and try to watch because I forget his name of the wrestler.
John Cena.
John Cena.
Yeah, I
Doodle does not like John Cena. Let's get that
Mm-mm.
out there. You know.
So I mean, I'm never like I will give it a try, but it's not starting on a good note for me.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's gonna be. I feel like DC is in a fantastic position, but also in a really difficult,
Messy
one.
situation.
Like,
Yes.
I'll give it to James Gunn. He's not doing the same like, oh, we're doing a Batman, a Green Lantern, a Wonder Woman, then a Batman. Like he's trying to expand, like how Marvel took a bunch of no names and made them names.
Yeah, but I mean, as nice as an idea that is, sometimes there's a reason why things are done that way, and it's because you need to prove to us you can make the things that we already like
Exactly.
them
the
good.
things that matter that are more
Well,
popular.
a lot of people
And
love
then-
the Suicide Squad.
What?
A lot of people love the Suicide Squad and the Peacemaker and that whole branch. So he kind of proved himself to the world. So I
he-
guess
I mean-
that right
I
now.
mean, did we care to watch it?
I didn't, but
We didn't, right? So, yeah, there's to the people who are hardcore about it, sure, he proves himself to them, but let's be real. Like, the vast majority of people who go to watch the Avengers back in the day are not hardcore Marvel fans. It's people who like a good action movie,
that is true.
and that's what it was. So, James Gunn is not getting paid to cater to the same people who watched the DC movies, regardless of whether it was James Gunn or whoever was before him. He's being paid to bring in me and Doodle to come watch those DC movies and enjoy them and like them.
I mean, this is like a leap of faith. He's required to make a universe like Kevin Feige. Feige. Dang it, you got me saying Feige. It's even though it's wrong, it's
as long
Feige.
as I go.
And stuff like that. And obviously, Kevin Feige took a huge shot in the dark when it came to Iron Man, who comic people liked him. But to the general public, no one knew who he was. Beyond that point, it was Spider-Man, X-Men, and Fantastic Four. They were the popular ones. To think there was a world where X-Men was more popular than Avengers. So when he created that world and Avengers came into play, everyone loved the Avengers. But I'm sure before 2008, no one even knew who these guys were. So, I guess this is the same thing. We might end up loving these guys by the 10 years from now. They might be household names. We
it's
don't know.
funny because Fantastic Four, that's where Captain America started, right?
What?
Chris Evans plays a character
Oh.
in that movie. I didn't
Maybe.
care for those
Oh,
movies.
oh.
I'd never.
Fantastic Four,
Yeah,
that
I
was
think I
what, Jessica
tried
Alba,
watching,
right?
yes.
She was in that.
And then it was like very short lived. Like it was like, all right, I'm done. No, thank you.
Yeah, they just weren't that good. Like,
Mhm.
these superhero movies weren't that good. Spider-Man was the best one. Batman had good ones that came out. But for the most part, there weren't tons of good movies.
Supposedly before the MCU, with the exclusion of like Batman and some Spider-Man movies, but like comic book movies were a joke and stuff like that. They weren't that great, cheesy, and usually not like too actionful or not good story or just flat out bad.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like that's where we're heading to right now. Like the Batman was the last really good. Well, Spider-Man was,
Spider-Man No Way Home.
but I don't feel. But
I
see,
didn't
it's
even
not
care
like
about that.
I don't get those feelings of like, let me watch it again.
Well, that was the best. Jesus, when I remember that was an epic movie. I remember it like that was pure. That was the best Marvel movie in that phase for sure. Like I love how they brought all the Spider-Man together and completed their arcs while doing so. Andrew Garfield had to, they had to do it for Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, whose trilogy was cut short in favor of Tom Holland. They finally gave his character closure in this movie, and seeing like how they basically they confirmed that Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man got to she married MJ and they had a family and stuff like that. Like that's kind of nice, you know. It was
That
cool
is
to have
true.
them together. So and they got all the villains back. It was a pretty fun movie. And Tom Holland, the ending was really powerful. They really made Tom Holland grow as a character. And even though it's hard knowing that like the whole world forgot about his character, and that really showed that he's determined to do the right thing above all else, even if it meant his whole life would basically be ruined. So
Well, because in that movie he did the wrong thing so many times.
Yeah.
I mean,
He had
got
to
MJ
end it on a
killed,
good
so,
note, right? No, that was a good movie, especially in theaters.
Oh, that was hype in theaters.
Yes, it was really, really crazy to see Toby back.
I remember when all the pictures were coming out, like someone took a picture of Tobey Maguire heading to like Sony headquarters or something, sure. And like people taking pictures of people on shots and stuff like that, or trying to do a scene and whatnot. Like that was pretty interesting. I remember that. So yeah.
That had to be crazy to keep under wraps.
It was a guessing game, you know? So yeah.
But I felt like it lacked creativity because it's kind of like, okay, we've moved on to a new Spider-Man. That's kind of like how we kind of close that chapter. Toby, okay, that's done. We're going to reset. We're going to bring in a new person to play this superhero. And then they close the chapter with Garfield, right? Although cool to have seen them again playing this role, it was kind of like they brought in all the bad guys from then. And what other option was there if they're back in than to bring them too, you know? I felt like it was like, okay, what can we do to make something epic but not really have to come up with a concept?
I mean, this is the thing. Remember,
I cannot wait for Spider-Man 4. It's gonna be insane because you remember at the end credits they showed how Eddie Brock got into the
is it gonna be
MCU and
insane?
stuff like that. And then we got
So-
teleported back. Abyss symbiote was left behind. Jesus, they're gonna bring Venom into the Marvel. Oh my god! I'm so
But again, all I'm
Spider-Man
hearing,
4, imagine Black Suit Spider-Man with Tom Holland. Oh my god, I'm so hyped. I'm so excited.
So I do love Eddie playing Venom. I
I like the Venom movies.
Yeah,
They're pretty good.
the Venom movies don't get a lot of credit, but like from what I hear, but I do enjoy them. I love the comedic take, and I do love the Eddie playing
Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock.
yeah, playing Venom. It's really good.
Tom Hardy is Eddie.
Well,
Eddie
Eddie Brock. Venom is, I think, is a different voice or whatnot. But yeah, I like the duality between them, the relationship between them. It's pretty cool, you know. Which by the second movie, it was almost like you're watching a fucking buddy comedy and something like that. So, but mixed with a serial killer documentary. Yeah, it's interesting. The second one was good. I like that one. The first one was also pretty good.
Yeah, I hear what you guys are saying about it. I just completely, this multiverse thing is not for me.
I don't like that
it. I don't care
overlapping
about
situation.
it. Spider-Man, I did not like it. I thought it was fine. And when I say I don't like it, I didn't mean like I could objectively watch the movie and see that it's a fine movie. But I didn't like the fact that instead of making a Spider-Man movie, which we could talk shit about Tobey Maguire or Garfield or whatever it is, but they didn't have another Spider-Man show up in their worlds to, make their make their stories make sense or make their stories exciting.
I mean,
this
I feel
this
like the
guy
most
Tom
perfect
Holland's the best
example-
Spider-Man for
Yes,
sure,
by far.
but they took away his movie. It should have been a Spider-Man movie. That's what it should have been. Spider-Man movie with a Spider-Man villain. make it
I
interesting,
agree.
make it
They
fun.
ran out of freaking ideas. They
Yeah,
wanted to
they-
make something epic. They don't know how else.
They want to
feel
use
like
it as a bridge to another movie instead of just focusing on this movie.
they want to keep going with this universe nonsense, and that's
Yeah.
the
Like,
problem.
they create too big of a web. Like it's too huge of a web to ignore things.
And I don't want to deal with the web of their bull crap.
That's
like, just
why
give
I don't
me a
find
good
any
movie. I
excitement
don't want
in
to
that,
chain
though.
it in any way. Just give me a good movie.
Self-contained movies.
That's why the Werewolves by Night thing that they released on Disney Plus during Halloween time was a big thing. It ignored everything. It was just a movie, you know? And it was pretty cool.
Yeah, but it wasn't a good, like, it was fine for what it is, but it wasn't like a movie. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't
Step
like
in the right direction.
But, I mean,
I mean,
okay.
the way you're talking about. I mean, I think the movie that pulled off Multiverse the best without feeling overwhelming, but was cool enough, was Into the Spider-Verse. That had multiverse elements that did not overwhelm the story.
Yeah,
or
but
did
then
not make
look
the
at
story
how
feel
stupid they
incompetent.
get.
It was pretty perfect, actually.
Yeah,
Like,
so
really.
they start with that, and then they say, oh, okay, we did it all right. So let's go ahead and let's make the second movie with every fucking Spider-Man known to mankind ever gonna be in it.
See, well, that was
why
my
go so far, dude?
least favorite part of that
It's
movie.
ridiculous.
I appreciated the graphics, the music, the story, and then they came out and they just brought the freaking every Spider-Man they could bring into that world.
Well, I mean,
It
at
was-
the very least, they were all different enough, and they all had the objective of supporting Miles' story. They were all about showing how these guys have basically went through the trauma in their lives, and it ultimately helps Miles become a better Spider-Man.
But I want to watch the one Spider-Man I'm watching. I don't want to catch up with everybody else while I'm watching his movie.
Seriously.
If that makes any sense. Like there was like and I didn't know it branched out this much. There was like what, like a pig Spider-Man
No,
or something?
Spider-Ham.
Yeah, like guys, what the heck are we doing here?
I mean, what's really impressive is that all the Spider-Man had a different art style.
And wait
was-
till the next one. Oh my gosh.
I mean, it's a little obscene, I'll
comical,
admit.
dude.
I
Like,
hope
that's
they
just
can
kinda
pull it
like-
off.
it's obscene.
Like,
You
I
are
don't know.
correct, man.
I mean, I don't know. It probably won't be as good as the first one. I still think it'll be decent. I'm looking forward to it in the sense that I'm excited for it because, you know, I love the first one, Spider-Man in general. So I'm going to want to see it. I'm going to be excited. But, you know, the trailer looked good. But I'm like, I get what you're saying. It might be a bit much. This scares me because the directors of this movie also did, I don't know if it was actually them. Sorry, I'm going off my mind a bit. But there was remember the Lego movie? That was a great movie. Lego Movie 2, they crammed so much in it that it became a whole different thing and it was like a mess.
Yeah,
well,
it's-
this is
it's
what I
going
would
too
say.
far.
I didn't watch this last Spider-Man movie feeling like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see what they do next, because I felt as if they just had nothing to do to make this one good enough, so they had to go to other resources. So
Yep.
I'm not looking forward to see what they come up with.
No.
Do I hope that they do come up with something substantial to bring it back to where it's supposed to be? Yes, but that wasn't cool. Like, how it felt afterwards, kind of like, okay, well, this was it. This was the hype.
Yeah.
This was the story. I don't know.
Yeah, the only Spider-Man I'm looking forward to right now is Spider-Man 2 on PlayStation 5.
Yeah, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be really good.
Yeah. This whole multiverse thing, I'm not for. Obviously, right now, some of the best movies out of DC are the Batman and Joker, which are not
Fantastic
part
movies,
of
honestly.
any multiverse. They're part of the Elseworld. Let me do this. I want to live in the Elseworld. How about we have two different lines, right? You have the multiverse, Elseworld, make a whole bunch of Elseworld stuff, and do whatever you want on the multiverse side. 'cause-
Unless the Elseworlds becomes a multiversal event between the Elseworlds, like the Batman and Joker had to team up to beat the Teen Titans or something like that. Can you imagine?
Listen, or not, and then just keep fading out for us personally. And then, I mean, I can't imagine we're the only people that feel this way.
No, that's why they hired James Gunn.
hmm So,
And that's why they admitted that the phase 4 or phase 5, whatever the hell it was trash at Marvel. Right?
What do you mean?
They admitted it, right? They said that there was
Phase 4. Yeah, they said that Phase
Yeah.
4 was not what they wanted to put out, and they're gonna focus a lot more on quality over quantity. Because
Yeah.
remember, I think Disney Plus is where everything went wrong because they were going on a fine pace. They were like, now they have 1 million projects on Disney Plus, and not like it's become too much. They're trying to connect all the shows to all the movies, and it become more like less of a movie and more like a I don't even know what to call it, a freak by nature, you know? Like, jeez.
I get it. I'm not excited about the whole thing. With that, do you guys remember that scene from when he tosses
no.
out the television from his apartment?
Who does that?
I'm blanking out. I was thinking of the scene the whole time.
What movie?
Man, we were just talking about it.
Batman?
No.
Joker?
No.
Spider-Man?
Venom. There we go.
Wow, that was really we were nowhere near Venom.
Wow.
Good.
Venom-tastic.
Cool. I do remember when he dropped the TV out the window.
Oh, that's so funny.
That was good. Yeah. So yeah, I really have nothing more to say about these guys, and we kind of jumped into the Batman, date October 3rd, all that fun stuff. It's all part of the same conversation. Hopefully they do something that's exciting.
Yeah.
So with that, the next secret letter of our secret word is L, as in Larry. L,
Larry.
as in
Our
Larry.
dear boy Larry.
All right. Next one.
Okay, well, next topic. CrossfireX multiplayer will be permanently shut down and delisted from all storefronts. Wow. That's a sad end to a very mediocre multiplayer. What do you guys have to say about that?
It's just wild that it happened. Like, when they first showed the video, the trailer of it, like the first trailer, it looks so dope. Like, the physics look crazy. Like, there was gonna be like some really good looking physics. Something blew up. These guys, like, you can see their body like deform and get blasted on the side. Like, it looked so cool. And then it just wasn't. It was like a basic ass game. Remedy, the people who made Alan Wake and Control, they did the single player version of the game. So there's two single player story campaigns that they made. And I played a little bit of it, and it was fine. Not bad, not great. It was fine. And my problem with this is I feel like Remedy, right? I have like a love-hate relationship with them. They make amazing games. Alan Wake, like I said, is one of the biggest one. Max Payne, the originals. They're making the remake of the first one, right? They're remaking the first Max Payne in like Unreal Engine 5 or one of those like crazy. The graphics are going to be insane. So they're really, really good. Quantum Break, underrated Xbox One game that we loved. We loved the show version, the show parts as well, right? The TV show that was in there. Yeah. We watched that part. We loved it. So like, they're really, really good. But they also can kind of half-ass things when they don't really give a shit. And this was clearly one of those things. Like, this was not something where if you put this on, you're like, yo, Remedy, woo, killed it. No. It was like
a very mediocre first-person shooter.
It was. I mean, I have it. I know it was on Game Pass, but only one of them was on Game Pass. I think the other one you had to buy. I think I may have bought it.
But the trailers look cool and stuff like that.
Yeah, the trailer was dope, but it's just, it was mid, not that great. And I can see why it's shutting down, because it'll be stupid for them to keep spending money trying to make the multiplayer something when nobody's playing it.
Listen, there's such a thing as getting lost in a project, right? And not in a good way. And maybe it all started up well, and then you kind of realize that you can't do this shit.
Yeah.
But at least, they took it really far, but they're stopping, Yeah. We need them to stop.
100%. 100%. And before we go on to the next topic, I just saw here a list of Xbox Game Pass games, 6 games that are leaving on February 15th. Funny. 6 games that are leaving February 15th, the same day that we're going to be announcing the winner of the Nintendo Switch Lite.
Wow.
That's right.
Coincidence?
I think
I
not.
think so. So this is a weird one right here. And the only reason I'm bringing it up, I was just going to look at it while we were finishing the conversation, but We Happy Few.
Man, it must like to be a We Happy Few fan, you know?
Well, I mean, yeah, but the point is that We Happy Few is leaving. We Happy Few is made by a studio that Microsoft owns. Now, they didn't publish We Happy Few. They bought the studio while this game was being made already. It was almost done. So actually 2018, they bought the studio. 2018, this game came out. So the publisher of this game is different. So they could do whatever they want.
Okay.
But it's just, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Suspect.
really, you couldn't pay up to keep your game there for the people who want it? I don't know.
Maybe they couldn't, or maybe maybe they want the game to sell more, right? So those who maybe just tried it will go and buy it, knowing that it's leaving. Maybe people are not playing the game, and this will bring some light, knowing that the game is out.
Yeah,
like,
maybe it'll go away and come back.
Yeah, wouldn't you want to rush to play it if you're like, oh shoot, I never tried these games. Let me go ahead and check it out before they go.
We Happy
Right?
Few is such a game that I've had such a love-hate relationship with because I really like it.
But only a few people are happy.
Yeah, it's like it's only a few of us who like it. No, I end up playing it, right? And then I enjoy it and it's good. And then I'm like, I never play it again. You know what I'm saying? I'll come up and I'm like, man, you know what? Let me just play it, right? It's on Game Pass, maybe on the cloud. Throw it on, play it. Oh man, this is so good. I don't know why I didn't why haven't I beat it?
Yes.
And then
You get distracted.
I just stop.
Yeah.
And then it's gone. So it's like there's something about it that there's something there, but it's not like
Captivating
so much. Right. And I forget the name of the studio who makes We Happy Few, but they're working on a game that we don't know what it is. And supposedly it's like a third person game and it's supposed to be really good. We don't know, obviously. Not yet. It's been 2018 they bought them? 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 5 years.
Yeah.
2.5 years. And not 2.5 years, 4.5 years. Almost 5. And we don't know what they're working on. Compulsion. That's the name of them. Compulsion Games made We Happy Few. So they're definitely working on something and we're excited to see it, but still not revealed. Phil Spencer has teased it. He says one of the things he's most excited for us to see, except he won't effing show it to us, bro.
He just won't,
show it
no matter
to
how
us.
much you try.
Just show it.
Guys, I'm excited about this, but it's not happening really.
Yeah,
Potentially,
it's really
maybe.
not.
Like if it was seriously for sure, they'll be talking about it or if they had something ready. But the reason why they don't confirm things or go full blown in, it's because guess what? If it goes, it goes. Right?
Agreed. The other thing too, it just came to my mind that they leaked Dragon Age 4. So it has leaked. I don't know if Madman, you haven't played any of the Dragon Ages, right?
No. Predictable answer, but no.
Yeah. So Dragon Age is an awesome, awesome series. Dragon Age 1, the story was so good. Dragon Age 2 was a little iffy the way they changed the gameplay.
Okay.
And they changed the way the story was. But
So the third one is
the third
coming
one
now.
is Inquisition. And the third one is was really, really good. See, I don't know how, man. My hopes are so high for this game, dude.
When is
This is
coming
leaked
out?
footage right here.
Okay.
We don't know. Maybe the end of this year, maybe next year.
Well, we can all agree that this looks better than the leaked footage from Grand Theft Auto and what they were working on.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Jeez.
You know?
Yeah, that looks good.
So
I mean, I don't know, man. I hope they kind of get returned to form. Like part 3 was good. It was very long, like bloated long. And I don't think I even finished it, but I loved it. I played it a long time, but it's only so far, you can go without getting distracted. See, like this doesn't look great. You know what I'm saying? So I look at that and I'm like, Now, obviously, again, it's not done. And when they're finishing up is when they put the most effort into the graphics. But I don't know. We'll see.
It's something, Like I'm really excited for what's to come with these kind of like these games and like Dragon Age and all these like series that I think that are gonna, as the technology improves, the games will become even more insane. So that's pretty wild to think about. Something to dream about,
Yeah, those games are ahead of their time, and then as it progresses, you keep getting just more of a really good.
Like GTA 6 is probably gonna be mind blowing. Imagine Red Dead Redemption 3 taking place right in between 2 and 1 because they're funny with timelines. So,
Dude, GTA 6 is gonna be amazing.
I believe so. These games
I don't care
always
what the
do
leak
so
look
well.
like. There's no world that we live in that they're not gonna push that game to the absolute max.
Yeah.
It's gonna be stunning.
Especially with what happened with the footage and all this other stuff. Now I feel like there's a lot more.
Yeah, now they're
on
gonna
the
push even
line.
harder.
Yes, because they want to be as far away from that mess as
I
possible.
mean, we're not talking about Konami. We're talking about Rockstar. Rockstar is arguably the most top tier quality game studio out there.
I don't even think there's an argument to be made.
Yeah.
It's not even arguably. It's just fact. They're called Rockstars, and they are Rockstars. No one has a brand like Grand Theft Auto, and Red Dead was the game of the year release. Sorry.
Well, I mean, God of War came out.
Sorry, God of War. But Red Dead, undeniably, way better game.
Yeah, it was rigged, if you ask me. Red Dead should have won.
Dude, they make games that it just doesn't make any sense. Like, dude, there's no denying it. We were doing our Yellowstone, the finale, the mid-season finale review. We were making it. I put on Red Dead. Normally we just sit down and let it sit there. But this time I said, you know what? Let's just walk.
Guys, he literally walk. Oh my gosh. You literally almost drowned this guy.
Him. That's true.
Yes, you almost
I
drowned
forgot
him.
He can't swim.
Then he almost fell off like a cliff or a freaking mountain. You had him climbing up. And,
yep.
And yeah, so you forgot he can't swim.
I forgot he can't swim.
And then you have him doing these athletic moves that he obviously can't handle.
Cannot handle it. He's an old guy.
Then you decided to look through a window.
That's the dopest part, though. We just saw like this cabin
or something, and you hear the music, you see them dancing, and see money's like, isn't this a great way to end it? Let's go peek through the window. He goes to peek through the window, and they lost their shit, yo. Like,
shooting me through the window.
They freaking came out.
The lady ran out the back, ran. All the dudes that were in there came out to murder me.
Gosh.
I mean, they didn't murder me, but
no, you killed them all.
They wanted to.
Took all their money. They had mad money on the table. All you want to do is
partying hard.
Party.
Yeah, we just was gonna just end the podcast looking through the window.
Oh my gosh.
And shit with him. Now listen.
Lady just booked.
I haven't touched this game in years outside of us recording Yellowstone and just leaving them parked somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's so beautiful. The world is so natural. You just let it be and the world happens around you, right? So we've been doing that every single time. And if I never touched this, I would have 2018, right?
2018. And we're talking about a television show, right? That it's like going on now, 2023, and we're able to put that game in the back and get the same essence that we do from the show.
Oh, from Yellowstone.
Insane.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, it's not. And we've been playing the Xbox version.
Mm-hmm.
I still want you to play it on PC. You gotta. Oh my god, it's crazy. But the point is that it's not just the graphics. The graphics are amazing, but the way they build a world. Where they put that in there, we just stumbled upon that. That wasn't a mission. That wasn't a
No, that
go
was crazy.
here
That's not
to
something
experience
that
this.
unless you thought of going and peeking through that window would ever take place.
Yeah.
You know?
Like we could have stood by the door and didn't go by the window
But
and just sat there.
imagine like dancing and partying and
And then just seeing some creep out the window. I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
But I didn't know they were looking at me
You
like
had
that.
coming. But
Even you underestimated Rockstar's polish.
Yo, Rockstar is not to be messed with, dude. It's
crazy.
undeniable. Nobody can make a Rockstar game like Rockstar can. And Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be phenomenal. And I just hope that they give me another Red Dead because I'm so excited for their studio. They're so good. So good.
Yeah.
But back to Dragon Age.
This.
I just don't, we'll see.
Thing.
We'll see.
We'll see what happens.
I don't know what's going to happen here. I
It
don't
needs
know
more
what's gonna
theft
happen.
in it.
Yeah, a little bit. All right. So yes, I know we hit a few different topics right there in a row. But let's move on, my friend. Squid us up.
All right. Squidward would be proud because people have been claiming who participated in the Netflix series Squid Game: The Challenge that it was reportedly a massive inhumane disaster, which Netflix has denied. Yep. Yeah. So that's kind of it.
All right. So let me guys, you're going into a Squid Game: The Challenge reality series. What made you think that you weren't going to go through some challenges? Like, have you watched the show? Like, I'm sure you signed a waiver, a lot of documents before you joined this that could have been, I don't know, maybe red flags that made you say, you know what, maybe this is the point where I turn around and go back home. But guess what? It was like it was the highest prize ever for a reality show, right? Madman? What was the prize? How much?
Sorry, can you say that one more time? Oh, $4.20-something million.
$4.56 million, right?
That's
The biggest amount for any reality TV show in history, and it's paid right up front.
Listen, I would not think that if I'm going to a show to try to earn that kind of money, that I'm going to be seeing any type of rainbows or butterflies or smelling any type of roses or going to be fed a certain way. Like, dude, you going over there to nearly die, you know?
Agreed.
That's like crazy to think that they're being bougie like that. Like, oh man.
Would
you like some pillows this?
I mean, it's a challenge, right? Like it's in the name. It's not like a resort.
But like it's based on Squid Games, by the way, which yes, they all got shot to death. And like that shit was crazy. Like, what did you think?
Yeah, I think there's a bunch of people who lost that are butthurt.
Yeah, for sure.
Netflix has responded denying the accusations.
We saw a little clip of the preview of the show. And first of all, it looks freaking insane.
Did we?
Yeah, like the when you go to Netflix and if you go over it, you can kind of see a little bit of like just fighting, like wrestling each other.
You're not talking about the 100 challenge one that we saw.
You might be talking about that one.
Oh, damn. That's not the one?
That's not the one.
Oh, damn. That one looked bad enough. I don't know how much you're paying for that one.
That one looked like Squid Game, but it's
that shit. That's what I thought.
The same thing. No,
so wait, this one's worse.
This is something completely different that's worse.
Again, Squid Games. If you guys have seen the show, I think you will get some type of clues. By the way, the show is freaking amazing.
It was a great.
Can't wait for season 2.
I'm really curious what they do.
This is going to be the year. It's going to be a wild year.
But if it's worse than the crap we saw with that other game, with that other show, which I can only imagine, right?
Which one?
The challenge of the one
that we saw. Yeah.
If it's
worse, like more dangerous,
I can only
than
imagine that it's a lot more dangerous than that.
Oh, these guys were like fighting in the challenge,
like seriously going at it. But like I can't imagine what this is. I'm hyped for it though.
I'm down
and watch it.
For sure.
I'll be watching for sure. Like real life Squid Game type of style. Yeah.
It's going to be crazy.
Wasn't he like, I forgot, this guy, he was like the boss or something, right?
Some people may not have seen it, but yes, he was for sure the boss.
Right?
He was the one running the shit.
It was, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was wild. Yeah. So this is, I don't know why you would join this thinking that it was going to be easy.
Like, man, this is gonna be a piece of cake, you know? Jeez.
And then
Someone saying that it was too cold.
Uh-huh.
They weren't allowed to go for toilet breaks or have a drink while the game was in session. What the fuck do they think is gonna... Like, you're in the middle of this battle or middle of the game, and you're like, yo, I gotta drop a deuce. I gotta drop a deuce. I'll be back in 45 minutes, all right? Just pause everything for me. Like, what do they think is gonna happen?
Exactly.
Come on, man.
It's too cold.
It's too
like,
cold.
dude, it is what it is.
It's Survivor, bro.
Yes.
It's Squid Game. What do you? It's
Crazy.
not like we signed. Somebody said it's not like we signed up for Survivor or Naked and Afraid.
Oh my gosh. So they're saying like they're comparing it to that, which is like a show too. So it can't be that bad.
This was a show about being murdered if you fucked up.
Like, oh, you're doing a
The
reality
fact
show
that
about
you
people
guys
dying.
Made
Would
it
you like a
out
cup of water?
alive. Right? And you can still like comment and talk. Like, I think you guys are Gucci.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
You made it. You made it. All right. Well, that was fun, Mr. Squid Game.
It was a real blast.
Yeah. That was a good time. All right. What's next, brother? What's next?
So, reportedly, the European Union threw a formal antitrust warning in Microsoft's way to legitimizing the Activision Blizzard acquisition deal.
Acquisition.
I'm pretty sure it's acquisition.
Acquisition. Yes.
what I said.
Acquisition. No.
It's accusation.
No.
Not acquisition. Honestly.
What?
Jeez.
Acquisition.
I know. Acquisition. That's what I said.
No, you said acquisition. Okay. All right. I will make sure I'm not
Acquisition.
crazy. No problem. Yes. More nonsense.
They can't give Microsoft a break. Like, let Bill Gates buy who he wants, you know? Like,
It's not
jeez.
Bill Gates, bro. Bill Gates hasn't owned
I know, Phil
Microsoft
Spencer, I'm
in
aware.
years. And Phil Spencer is not the one paying for anything.
It's Satya.
Satya. Microsoft is buying. Wow, what a freeze frame moment right there.
Yeah,
Look at
that was
Phil.
not cool.
This was
Phil.
not a good place to freeze it, Phil.
No.
You look crazy.
You are.
This is
You
not
are-
you can you imagine this guy walking into your office like, yo, Satya, let me get $69 billion to go buy Activision.
Oh my gosh.
Yo, what a face he's making right there. Sorry, Phil. Sorry, I don't know.
Our poor
man.
I don't know
Phil.
what
Philly
happened right there.
cheesesteak, you know?
But no, I don't know. They keep saying another potential blow. I don't think these are blows. These are all just things.
This is
that
part
are-
of the process.
Yeah, just trying to
This is just
make Microsoft
Mhm.
have to work a little harder. And all these different places want to show that they don't just let big companies do what they want. They fight back.
Listen, the
They always
fact
fight back.
that a criminal like the Flash is able to get rid of all his mess and Xbox is still fighting to hand over how much?
$69
$69
billion.
$69 million?
Billion.
$1 billion.
Billion, buddy.
Like,
Millions
this
are
is
like pennies to them.
comical, you guys. This is crazy. I believe that they are trying to make an example out of Microsoft. I
Yeah.
feel like
But Microsoft is not losing.
Mhm.
They're not going to lose. Even they just had an interview with Phil Spencer. IGN did, and they were talking about different things, but they brought up the acquisition and all this other fun stuff. And they had asked him, I guess, last year when it first was happening, like when the acquisition first got announced, what does he think is the likelihood is going to happen? And, he didn't really know how it worked because he never done something like
Yeah.
this. But now he's been doing it for a year. And he says that he's even more confident than he was this time last year that it's going to get done.
well, as you
'Cause he
keep,
knows. They know.
as you keep knocking them down, you know that this is just. I mean, it's elongated the process, but I mean, they're in it to get it done. I think that's the mentality that has changed. Before
Yeah.
it was like, okay, well, let's see how this goes. Oh, it's stopping us. What are we gonna do, big boss? Because obviously this has to go back and be approved, right? And I'm sure that they got the go ahead to just make it happen. So that's what they're doing. They're making it
Yeah.
happen.
They're going to do whatever they have to do to get the deal done. And that's just going to be what it is. Like, they're not going to be stopped. It's just how long is it going to take them to get it? The longer it takes, it's just more drawn out. But, Xbox already has a big year this year without Activision. So once that Activision deal goes through, whenever it goes through, it's just going to be cake.
Yeah.
We're going to get a shit ton of games in Game Pass. All the games that they've released in the past going to be there.
And I think that's the bigger thing. They have so much going on right now so
Mhm.
much good to like focus on that.
Yeah.
Like, if they know they're gonna chop this down, that's like the last piece that they want people like to focus on right now. Like, that's not the takeaway from this year. This is a big year for Xbox.
Absolutely, it is.
So
Absolutely, it is.
right now, that's probably like the last thing on their mind. Like, they have people that they pay money to go handle this shit and saying, here, go make it happen. So I don't think that this is something they want to give light to.
I mean, these guys aren't clearly like in like a boardroom. Like, man, we're losing this. What do we do now? What do we do now? Like, I think that this is basically just a long postponement. Like, they're
Yes.
looking at this like, all right, we're gonna have to wait a little longer to get this deal through. Like, they're not looking at this as a panic. This is just an annoyance.
Exactly. I agree with that. Oh my gosh, Pedro Pascal. By the
Pascal.
way, who's excited for The Last of Us?
Oh, The Last of Us.
Episode
I'm
four.
excited.
Watch
As
it.
the time of recording, the
Yes.
new episode came out.
Yes.
And it's
Tonight, yeah.
But guess what, you guys? He was on SNL.
Yep. And there was
Yes,
this
and it was
viral
pretty
one
funny.
where he did HBO's Mario Kart, and he did a Last of Us like take on the Mario Kart universe, in which he dressed up as Mario in a post-apocalyptic world where, you know, he like it's like a dystopian mushroom kingdom and shit. And it was supposedly like it's been this clip that's been spreading everywhere on the internet. So, you know, Eels did pretty well this SNL, so you know, it's exciting.
I mean, the roles I've seen him in, it's really cool to see him kind of just. I know The Mandalorian is like super serious and intense, and obviously now as Joel, you guys get to actually really see him. Like, does he wear the helmet a lot in the Mandalorian?
99.9% of the time.
Definitely
See-
not 99.9% of the time.
He took off his helmet that one time in season 1. Then at the end, with the emotional connection between him and Grogu, and
And then in season 2,
that happened in season 2 with Grogu.
Okay, so that is
Mm.
about 99% of the time see
Mm.
money.
sounds
All
suspect.
right.
Sounds
Oh
suspect.
my
But-
god.
Yeah, like you guys get to actually really see him act, like not just hear him, right? And see his face and stuff like that when he's delivering these lines. So,
Yeah.
like, it's a very intense, both shows are very intense, very dramatic, a lot going on. And to see him so light and like
Happy.
so happy and full of like personality and like
yeah.
it was really cool.
It was cool. I agree.
It's his true colors, you know?
He really did a great job. And
Yeah,
he's a
he
funny
did.
guy.
He's really funny.
He's really, really, really funny. So I do appreciate him doing that because it shows his
Right?
other sides, you know?
I agree.
Because everything we know him for has been pretty serious, I think. But he should be in a comedy, dude. He's funny.
Right?
He's really funny. I think it will work. I think it will work really good.
And he speaks full blown Spanish.
He does.
That was really cool. He
He
did
does.
a skit in which he did.
The question is he going to speak Spanish in The Last of Us?
Don't know. We'll see. We'll just have to see. Listen, The Last of Us is full of surprises now. Listen,
That's what we really don't know what they're going to
they
do.
said that they were gonna go by the video game. And dude, this was a big, for me in a positive way, but this was like a big slap to like forget the show. We got even more coming than what you guys were expecting. So yeah. Who knows? Who knows what Joel's gonna do in this show?
No one.
No one
No one.
knows.
Not
if
even
anyone
him.
to know.
No.
He just does. He just does what he does, and they just like roll it. Whatever works for you. No. It's good times. We're very excited for The Last of Us.
Oh, I can't wait to see it.
So that's really good. That being said, the Activision Blizzard merger I think will go good, and I'm just looking forward to be done. They showed some Hi-Fi Rush on the screen. Gotta say, so good.
Not to you. You guys have to
Yes.
watch the Doodles Never Have I Ever.
Yes, we did do a Doodles Never Have I Ever.
And you
We
guys will
haven't put
hear
it up
what I
yet.
feel.
We will.
Yes. Maybe not everyone is on the happy boat with
I agree.
with this game. Okay?
I agree 100%.
Maybe we were enjoying it and then it was like, yo, what the heck happened? You know? So
Yeah.
so maybe once that's up, I'll give my opinion.
But I have continued to play it since then, and it's gotten better. It's really, really a fun game. It's really, really good. But it's obviously not for everybody. But good for Microsoft for having this across the board banger. I think it's like 88 or 90 on the Metacritic, which is huge. I think it's the best game that Tango Gameworks has ever had.
Made, yeah.
As far as like review scores wise.
Like, it's been getting amazing reviews, glowing reviews, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
I just love how they kind of just Beyonce this shit.
Yeah,
Nobody really knew. They just came out, dropped it, and said, "Here, enjoy." That's that. No publicity, no whatever. Like,
and it was all thanks to Game Pass.
That's crazy.
Yeah, well, that's the only reason they were able to shadow drop it was because of Game Pass.
Now, I do believe that because they were able to do that, the game was much more of an exciting and surprising situation. And I do believe that if people had had the time to sit there, analyze it, criticize it before the game came out, maybe it wouldn't have done as well. And this is the problem we have with a lot of things, because a lot of these critics go into playing the game to find what can I find wrong? What is the problem? And on a negative note, right? Rather than to just go have fun and enjoy the game. So it is their job, but it is their job in a fresh mind, where if you go in and your mind is not supposed to be finding the flaws, you're supposed to just be playing the game. And if you find anything wrong or good with the game, then that's what you come back with. You don't go into it looking for what's bad. And I think that's the mentality that's changed every time they review these games. They want to trash everything.
Especially if Xbox is associated with it.
I agree. I don't understand exactly the reason for it, but
because they hate. But yeah, they're killing it right now. That was a big January get, right? People were like, "What's happening in January?" Well, now we know. We got Hi-Fi Rush, great game. February, we got some big games dropping on Game Pass. And the biggest one for me is Atomic Heart. That's going to be super, super good. Graphically amazing. Can't wait to play it.
Now I'm thinking of when Phil's face froze and how I should have taken a picture to make a meme out of it. And I'm so annoyed that I didn't.
Well, we have it recorded.
Oh, dope. So we're going to pause it and make a meme out of Phil.
Poor Phil.
Poor Phil. Poor Phil. He's going to be a laughing
Make him
stock
stop
by the
making
end of the
faces
night.
while he talks.
Phil
He won't
lives-
do that again.
Phil lives in the meme world. All right. So, yeah. Xbox, they'll get it. They'll do it.
They'll hit it.
Man,
roll.
what's next?
So, Hogwarts Legacy boycott has failed as pre-order sales have ramped up significantly. So, basically, I think we all know the J.K. Rowling controversy and whatnot, her expressing her beliefs, and people don't like that. So, what happened now, this whole thing is because the game's coming out, people are trying to say that if you buy it or pre-order it, you're transphobic. But a lot of people have been fighting those people who have been saying that by saying that those people are pieces of shit who think that they can tell people what to do with their money, and that people have been basically going out and pre-ordering it, and pre-order sales have been through the roof. So I think there's a happy ending for our good game over here, and I think that Harry Potter is humongous. The thing that they could have thought they were going to stop that is kind of laughable. And I think that this game is going to be really cool because, honestly, an RPG set in a Harry Potter universe, that sounds like a match made in heaven, you know? So I think it's going to be pretty cool.
Well, this is the thing. This is the thing to keep in mind. I'm not, like, again, this is, like, similar to other things. Like, we're not here to give opinions or thoughts on
what other people should,
the belief systems and how people are offended or not offended. Those things are outside of the scope of what we talk about here. We're talking about the video game. We're talking about things like that. This game is it looks cool, man. It's the Harry Potter world, right? It's not Harry Potter, right? So it's not, J.K. Rowling didn't write this story. I feel bad for these developers. They've been making this game for 5, 6, 7 years, trying to work on this open world and do this huge, all these stories based off of the foundations of the books in the past. But it's like, this is their own story they're telling.
I understand.
And also, remember, people don't know. People seem to have a really hard time separating the artist from the art. Like, there's so many people who have sworn off Harry Potter after J.K. Rowling's comments.
Well,
whether
but
you
that's
believe it's
that's
right
a
or not.
belief
And
system
that's
that
not like that's not fair.
No,
Like, there's
but that's
so many
not-
people
that's-
who work on these.
there's
J.K. Rowling
nothing-
didn't create this with her hands.
but
She
man,
created the idea. But
there's nothing fair or unfair about it. People can do what they want to do. So if they
Listen.
feel like that's associated with something that they don't want to be a part of,
Then that's
and
okay.
that's their choice and that's their belief, and there's nothing that you or anybody else can say that makes them wrong because they get to choose what they want to do.
I didn't say
You
they're
could
wrong.
also not want to play the
I said
game
it's
just because you're
upsetting.
not
Like,
interested. But it
think
shouldn't
about
upset
it.
you because it has
So
nothing
many
to do with you.
people, like, think about it. J.K. Rowling. Yeah, she wrote the books, but these movies, these video games, she's barely in this stuff. She created the idea. She created the story. So many people are putting so many countless hours into this stuff, and like people
But that's
are
not
just
those
because
people's
one
problem.
person
So this is
is
the
gonna get thrown
situation.
in their face for a lot of people. Like, it's
But that's
upsetting.
not their problem. That's not the people who are purchasing the games problem. Go ahead.
So this is the situation. She stepped aside,
Well,
right?
not like she was forced to, but it doesn't matter. 'cause she's
Okay,
making
but she
money.
stepped aside. She's not a part of and she hasn't been with like the movies and everything else lately, right?
Yeah, I
So
haven't followed
this
that.
game, she's not involved in the game,
Mhm.
but the Harry Potter name has continued.
Yeah, I mean it's in
You know?
Universal,
Now it's
Exactly.
the
right? They
Wizarding
didn't
World.
burn the
That's
shit
big
down.
brand now.
What?
They just
Huh?
burn it down like
did
Universal
not.
Studios. It's gone.
So
It never happened.
the point is, listen, everybody does with their time what they want to do.
Yep.
And everybody has their own opinion. Because even for me, like when we were playing that the high-low, what's the game?
Halo,
No.
Halo, Hi-Fi Rush.
Hi-Fi Rush.
High five. Thank you. I'm a little under the weather here, guys. So I'm blanking out a bit.
It's
But
all right.
so yeah, when we're playing that, you were stating how everybody's for this game and whatever, and I said, yeah, and that's their opinion, and everybody's entitled to their opinion. And someone else stating their opinion doesn't make someone else's opinion wrong. It just makes it someone else's opinion.
Yep.
Period. So whatever people decide to do with their time, that's what they decided to do. Whether it worked or not, it is what it is. But in my opinion, this lady has already kind of stepped aside. And it's just, this
I mean,
is
it
like
is what
a
it is.
new game made by, this was not made by her. I know she's
Yeah.
probably making money off it.
Yeah, but
Of course
that's
she
the
is.
reality of
problem,
it,
Filthy
right?
rich,
That's the
so it
reality
doesn't
of it.
matter.
The people who are offended, and that's okay.
Mhm.
I mean, it's not okay in a sense like it's okay they're offended. I'm saying that if they're offended, that's their right to be offended, and if they choose to not play the game, they're not. I don't follow the back end of it. I'm not looking at the other parts. I'm a gamer. I play video games. I don't care who made my game. I don't look at who made my game. I'm not worried about that. The only thing I care about is what studio made it. Is it a studio that's good or is it a studio that's crap?
I mean, who is making Hogwarts Legacy? It's Warner Brothers. Obviously, I know that. But
It's
which
Warner
studio?
Brothers, but I don't know who. And technically, I think the people who are making it are not like a huge
Game studio.
name in the game studio.
With that said, you don't want shitty people but it's not
Imagine
in your
a rock
control,
star made
right?
Harry Potter.
You can't determine
That'd be
who
dope.
anybody is or who they hired or who they have working for them, right? Or who's making this stuff. So at the end of the day, like there are a lot of shitty people doing the things that people enjoy, right? Like the video games or the movies or whatever.
Or the music.
Or music, exactly. So
There are so many celebrities or like musicians or whatnot or whatever that we all love our music or content, but end up being shitty people, and we find out later on and stuff like that. So it's impossible to judge everything based on that. So
Mhm. Agreed.
I'm excited. I've been kind of, not 100% sold on it, but then once I saw the later trailers and later reveals, I
The game looks
was,
massive.
huh?
The game looks massive and it looks really cool.
Yeah, no, it does. It looks huge, and there's like a world beyond the school. So, yeah, I don't know, it's exciting. I'm excited.
Honestly, I'm also wondering how they're gonna cram that all into a Nintendo Switch. Mind you, weaker than an Xbox One. Because think about it. Like it's also native. It's not like it's cloud or anything. It's a native port to the Switch. So that's gonna be weird to see. It's probably gonna look like Roblox in terms of graphics, but like still,
Yeah,
it's just neat.
I agree. Well, we'll see. I'm excited. I'm getting it on PC. Gonna try it out there. Um, so we got the last topic coming up. Before we do that, we're gonna go ahead and give the last letter of our secret word, which is M, as in Mary. M as in
Ooh.
Mary.
A little lamb, shall we say? A
Yeah.
little lamb.
All right, bring us home, man. What's the last topic?
All right, the last topic.
evening?
Well, okay. So, Bandai Namco has officially dropped a gameplay trailer for Tekken 8, which also reveals a certain fan favorite legacy character, Nina Williams, which will be in the upcoming fighting title. The graphics are seriously impressive, and the combat looks buttery smooth. What do you guys have to say about this?
Well,
Well-
I'm very excited for the new Tekken game. It's gonna be ridiculous.
It looks stellar.
Yeah, it really does.
Hype,
Man, beyond anything a fighting game has ever been.
Dude, look at that. That's
And-
stunning.
I remember playing with Nina, and she is badass. So I'm pumped.
Yeah, it's exciting. She's coming back. But Tekken 8, man.
Like, they've been pulling all the
it's just a
stops.
whole new level, man.
I agree.
It's like they're really going next gen, and I really appreciate that.
Like, they're really honing the technology.
Yeah, I mean, every level is not going to be the same. Like, this is obviously like a building, right? So there's only so much going on. A lot of the stuff is happening in the background, which is dope. But that first trailer they showed us
Oh, wow. Yeah.
in the rain,
This feels like the Forza of the fighting games.
yes.
Well,
And
you could say that. Yeah. I mean, what else? Street Fighter 6, which, I mean, looks decent, but it's not like crazy or anything.
well, it doesn't look next gen. It looks
Yeah,
fine.
this
It looks
is
like
definitely
Xbox.
above all.
It looks like PS4 Pro sort of thing, or Xbox One X. But it doesn't look like, that's Series X and PS5 right there,
Yeah.
Like, you could probably make it run on a Switch just fine. So, Tekken 8, I dare you to. So, I don't know. These are one of the titles that are truly going to take advantage of next-gen hardware. So, these kind of games are exciting.
They are. And, I was not expecting this much from Tekken. Not
Tekken
the,
of all things.
not
Yeah,
the
I
way
did not.
they-
I did not think it was.
they did. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I can't wait. I think it's gonna be super duper good. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say about it. It really is pushing graphics for fighting games. I mean, and again, it's probably gonna vary from scene to scene, like different, backgrounds that they have going on, and some are gonna be a little easier on the eyes, and some are gonna be super like intense. But
Mhm.
overall, out of the fighting games coming out,
I wonder how many characters they're gonna have in there.
Yeah, I know, that's a good
It's
question.
gonna be so cool.
Yeah, and I didn't play 7. I haven't played Tekken since.
We used to play it quite a
Yeah,
bit,
but
but
which
then
one?
it's kind of like just died out. And I'm excited for this one, so I want to play it.
The last fighting game that I think we were super into was
my
Dead or
gosh.
Alive 3.
That was freaking.
They haven't come out with a
epic.
new Dead or Alive in forever.
No, they're like up to 6 or something like that, but they kind of burnt out. Like they're not doing, like
Mhm.
they're not pushing
The
anything.
creativity has kind of lacked, and
I mean, I remember, I think
into
5, they just went to this funky buying strategy. It was weird. Let me look
Yeah.
it up right now.
I don't know. What I do know is that at the end of the day, Tekken 8 looks dope.
It does.
We're getting to that. The 2023 is going to be the year of next gen.
Mhm.
I believe that. I believe it's going to be the year that we're going to finally see what it looks like when a game is made with the mindset of being next gen only.
Exactly.
It came out back in 2019. Yeesh. Yeah, it was fairly, well, I mean, obviously it's a little while ago now, but in the grand scheme of things, it's fairly recent. I even hear about this game. So I guess
Yeah.
that kind of shows what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well-
absolutely.
Listen, We have 693 subscribers, you guys. And we want to thank you guys for subscribing to our channel, for watching and listening to our content.
we gained a subscriber. Fire.
And if you're listening and you have not subscribed yet, hit that button. Let's get it.
Absolutely.
Hit it.
Let's get it. And don't forget about the giveaway.
Nintendo
So,
Switch
giveaway.
Lite.
we're giving away the Nintendo Switch Lite. February 15th is the day. Rain or shine, somebody's getting picked.
Yes.
Somebody's getting picked. So you have to go ahead and you have to go into the giveaway video, the short. We'll link it in the description of this video and we'll pin it as a comment in this video so it's easy to find. But you have to go there. You have to comment there on that video why you should win the Switch, why we should give it to you. Obviously, it's going to be a random drawing, so we're not going to be able to pick you to win it. But that's the way you enter. You tell us why, and
Yes.
that gives you one entry into winning.
You have to be
one
a
entry
subscriber.
is all it takes. Yep,
It
you have
has
to
to
be a
be
subscriber.
public so we can confirm it before,
Exactly.
you know.
And then check out all our other stuff. Leave comments.
There are other ways to get more entries.
Yep.
And in
And
this
if
podcast, there
we
was a
spelled out
way
a word. The
to
word is
get
there.
10 entries in one shot. So
Yep.
remember, do not write it in the comments of this podcast. Email us or send us a
DM on Twitter.
on Twitter. Yes.
So yeah, man, I'm excited. This was a good podcast. It's not like a super busy week as far as real big news, but
Right? But
I mean,
I
but still-
enjoyed it. Nice and chill. I needed it to be nice and chill, you know?
yeah, I feel that. I feel that.
I feel it all right. I really feel it.
All right,
So,
man.
If you
Check
ask
us out.
me, this was a crazy podcast. You know, it was short and sweet. Well, I mean,
It was not
in terms
short.
of our podcast, normally short and sweet and mwah. So
It was an
This
hour.
was it.
We're
You
at
know
an hour
why?
41 minutes. It's not
Because-
short.
Because it's Doodle's birthday month.
That's right.
remember, they always used to be 2 hours plus. Wow, what a change. You know, these last couple of podcasts. Am I right? But yeah, that was a successful Madman podcast, guys. If you'd like this, be sure to like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Mark our Madman out.